Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of PlanetBase. My name is Sonelias, and we'll be loading in the last saved game, which was episode 2 of Planet Type F. So we should be able to load that in here. There we go. So that's just loading now, so bear with. Okay, that's loaded. Now let's have a quick look at our actual base here. It's not big yet, it's slowly growing. We got a little bit of a hill here in the center, which is creating a little bit of a divide there, but that's fine. That's not a big problem. So in terms of resources, we are doing relatively okay. In terms of energy and so forth, so as you can see, we are producing consuming 70, and we're producing 166. We're building up a power reserve that's decently sized. We got 6 metal, we got 11 bioplastics. And really, as you can see, I'm already prioritizing the production of metal further. We got a big surplus here in terms of food, it looks like. Which in itself is not a bad thing. Let's keep an eye out on what we actually got over here as well. So I've got a connection here, or at least a airlock here. Allows me to get out at that particular point along the base. I'm quite inclined to build another airlock over here. Now I'm not going to create a direct connection between these two here, just because I don't want that lab to be disturbed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a connection around it to ultimately connect back to that factory over there. So we do have some solar panels here. This one produces 15. That one produces 5.6 in terms of water. That one produces 25. So it's not as much as I had on the previous planet that we played. It's just because, of course, this is a planet with lots of clouds and so forth. That, of course, means that mostly we have to rely upon the wind on this particular planet. Right, 42 colonists at the moment. Still producing extras here, and we are also, if I'm not mistaken, producing spares here, as you can see. Still taking a little bit of a lengthy route there to get there, but that in time will actually resolve itself. Now we've got a slight issue in terms of the wind here. Wind is picking up again, luckily. It should in a second mean that I'm going to get some positive production here again. So it's filling up that one first, which is good. It is just an indicator for me to say, well, actually I need to build an extra energy storage mechanism here. So at the moment I need to build maybe an extra airlock here first. There we go. And then I'm actually going to be building an extra power collector here. Will I do that over there? Yeah, can as well. Unless I first want to build a mine here, which could be beneficial as well. Alright, let's build that one here. When I got enough spares again, I got 6 spares at this point, just because I'm basically building my own spares, which is good. I'm using them as well at the same time, but I'm producing more than I'm actually using, which is good. We've still got a slight surplus here in terms of the food production. It's a good sized storage here. Oh, actually, it's a biodome, isn't it? I thought it was a storage, but it's a biodome. That storage facility there, we can actually start slowly filling up then. Okay. So once we got bioplastics again available, we will basically straight away be able to use them. Storage large. Got another processing plant there, which I'm currently not really using. Airlock's been built. Connection there has been built. That of course makes our all lives a bit easier. Let's have a look at the number of colonists. 49 at this point. We will slowly see a drop here in terms of the stored amount of energy. I think one of the next things I really need to build here is a windmill. Right, so extra windmills are on my list of priorities here as well. Including a large energy storage facility. Right, a trade ship. What can we trade here for? And I've got some spare ore lying around, it looks like. 55% commission, which is not ideal, I would say. But I'll trade for it anyway, so let's just sell the rest there. Sweet. Alright, that should do. Biodome is out of water. Okay, that's not good. Maybe a bit overly ambitious here. Right, let's have a look at our water consumption once again. Water, yeah, we do need to build some extra water production facilities here. Rather quickly. Our storage is low. It's getting to be low, but then again, they're just kicking in again. So production is outpacing the consumption at this point again. Just gonna turn that one off, even though I've just built it. At this point I'm really in not necessarily precarious position, but in a position where I need to take care of my situation in the sense that I have to be careful in terms of consumption. Okay, that one should hopefully be filling up again shortly. Right, we're maintaining these components here quite nicely. Additional colonists gone up to 52 now. And we do need to keep in mind, of course, our constraint in terms of the amount of oxygen we can generate at the moment. Okay. It looks like the actual level of water production seems to fluctuate a little bit between day and night. Trade ship has landed. 50% commission, which is decent. Not great, but yeah, it's decent enough. That is ore, which we'll be able to turn into metals. I'm just gonna let that be for the moment being. Okay. Having sufficient ore here, of course, allows me to get more metal production up and running. Cool. I need to prioritize this one here. Still at 54 now. I will also be building probably another solar panel over here. Just to keep things flowing again a little bit. Wow. Okay. So what's our current position here? We should have additional ones becoming available shortly, particularly since we got enough ore at our disposal. I have re-enabled this one here already, and we're producing ore here as well now. Because of course we have now sufficient different bits in place, I will be able to build additional production facilities here. So our lab is located over here. Still the same as it was before. Oops. I do of course need to build myself a new oxygen production facility. Otherwise we'll be running out of oxygen in no time whatsoever. Another trading ship has landed, 55% commission. I will dismiss them for the moment being. And in here I'll actually also put some extra food production in there. So at the moment it starts looking like I will need some extra. Running out of spares, which is a bit unfortunate. 59. I will now temporarily have to shut down, not with this one, but with the other one here, the actual colonists, until such time actually as I finish that oxygen generator. Otherwise I'll run out of oxygen, and I just need to make sure I keep sufficient levels of that. Okay, so the beds are properly being used in the dorm at the moment. Oops, blizzard is imminent. I need to basically make sure everybody stays inside. Or gets inside at this point, really. Blizzard means you can basically freeze all your limbs. Frostbite and so forth would be a big issue at that point. I thought it was rather spares, that's what they said, but looks like we just finished some more spares here. Making sure, of course, that the game speed is again set to the highest possible level here. So we were running out of food in that particular one here, but it looks like we have been able to recover that now, which is good. We've actually been able to produce some extra items here as well. Again, another good one. Now we are still in the midst of getting this one produced here. Next one I will be building, I guess, is another storage facility here. Okay, so storage facility will now facilitate the connection between this part of the base and that part of the base, bypassing the actual lab there. Building an extra lab table there. Alright, so we should have sufficient materials available. Solar panel. Energy storage facility here. Good. Workbench has been built. Good. Now one of the things I will have to build shortly as well is an extra food consumption facility, which of course is a canteen. Now at this point, really, because I've got enough oxygen again, I can actually enable the colonists to come in. 40% commission. Alright, let's sell some of those and let's look to get some money from them. There we go. 3 medical supplies will be sold to them for a little bit of their money. Alright. It's all down to basically being able to produce minerals or metals now, metal bars. That is a medium-sized connection, medium-sized, medium-sized, medium, and another medium. That guy's complaining about not having enough water. Well, okay, so be it. Nothing I can do for you there, my man. Nothing I can do for you. Alright, the next canteen we will, I guess, build over here. But I first need to make sure I basically got my storage facility built. Because once I got the storage facility built, I will have a round connection there. Being able to move all around the base. Right, more colonists have just landed. That takes us up to 61, which would have exceeded our previous oxygen production facility limits. But now luckily we have higher levels, which means, of course, that we can get a little bit further than that we had before. Right, what I want to build here is another airlock. And I guess I want to do that over here. Once I start expanding the base here, I don't want to basically have to walk around all the time. So again, having prioritized individual bits and bobs, individual buildings, should make our life significantly easier. Now luckily on this particular planet, it didn't look like we were going to get any meteor impacts. Because of that, I don't need to build any defensive towers. Perfect. So storage facilities being constructed here. More colonists are landing, which takes it up to 63 now. Perfect. Good. Yes, and now of course you cannot go through because we have just built that tunnel there. Which means you need to go back into base, go out another airlock, and then get it done. Alright, let's prioritize this one here as well. Perfect. Now I suspect we'll be running out of spares in a second, so we have to deal with that as well. Right, almost there. Yeah, we're out of spares now fully. We do have some items free, so this one's processing nicely. That one needs some bioplastics. We should be getting some bioplastics in a minute. Yes, you keep on saying that you run out of spares. Well, yeah, okay. Hold on. Instead of building that small canteen, let's build a bigger canteen. Again, similar connections I will be building. Again, I want to make sure I've got sufficient bits and bobs all over. It does look like I basically got sleepy people. And that indicates to me that I actually need to build myself an extra dorm. I thought by now I would have had enough production in terms of... Oh, we've reached the standing. What standing have we reached? We have reached the standing of... Yep, okay, well, we've reached standing. The colony is known by everyone. Perfect. Alright, looking at the clock though, I think once this little cinematic is over, we will call it a day. So let me just slow down the clock. Let's save the game away. And I'd say hopefully you enjoyed today's session, and I will hopefully see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.